agree, Ted, my friend. These students are most excellent.
Wild Stallions!
Good morning, students. Welcome to school. Remember, the thought of the day is...
We have always looked to the stars to discover who we are. And hidden there is a message. A secret made of space and time. Visible only to those open enough to receive it.
Welcome to Ecology 101, the study of the nerd and geek in their natural habitat. I'm Gary.
It's Rudy.
John.
And we are the knights who say, Meek! Oh, I had to mess with them. That's all good. Okay, today I want to make you laugh. Sometimes there's just things that get you go, oh.
Fantasy.
I should tell you this.
Fantasy
okay,
Island.
I got to tell you something really funny. This is a little thing. Get ready for Admiral Akbar. I'm setting you up.
Here we go.
Anyways, get it ready.
Touch went around the
We were
table.
driving. No, this is funny. My wife she had this moment where she's like, we were driving home from seeing my son in Utah. It was a long trip. She was really crabby about something. She's upset.
Did you
right?
get a second wife there?
Yeah, no. Anyways, and what happened was I'm watching a movie, right? She said this. She goes, I wanted to just vent. I was kind of frustrated, whatever. And I'm like, and so I'm watching a movie, and I said, I go, it's a trap. And then she started cracking up because she goes, I just thought about your Admiral Akbar, and then I kept ever since then I've been saying.
That's a trap.
Exactly, drive her crazy anytime something goes wrong. So if you're having one of those days, I'll play that for you. But it was one of those moments where my wife actually crossed over into Nikki-hood.
That's cool.
And I was very proud of her. So there you go.
It's a trap!
And on that note, okay, we know that summer
Do you have any more obscure references, Gary?
I'm sure I can find one. But you guys you're right there at the surface more than I am more time. Today we're going to be talking about some of our, TV shows. Now these guys, I'll say they don't watch TV. I'm actually on Netflix quite a bit. Not a ton, but different shows are coming out. And we're just talking about some of the ones that we're looking forward to watching or come back to. So what do you guys think?
I just dumped Flash and the Arrow off my Netflix.
Did you finish it?
No, too stupid.
What season did you get to?
I was on season 6 and 3.
Oh, that's 6 and 3, right?
Dumb.
Okay,
God.
guys.
I don't watch TV, but when I do, I just end up sitting in the couch watching Real Housewives with my mom.
Oh,
Got it.
you're like my wife. Don't watch that nonsense.
No, but there's
While
nothing
the
else
Shaws of Sunset.
I know exactly what you're talking about, actually.
Wait, Real Housewives of what?
Orange
Everything.
County.
The world,
Atlanta,
and now it's
New
basically
York.
the entire United
Nice.
States.
Yeah.
They have one like every state almost.
So
I know. Do you have a specific one?
Menifee.
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
Okay.
Georgia.
Oh, she likes Atlanta? My wife doesn't like Atlanta.
So I
she
should-
likes
Aaron,
New York
I
and
wouldn't.
Orange.
I wouldn't talk about that in public.
Hi, everyone. I'm Aaron.
I'm Aaron.
And I like the Real Housewives
other
of
Aaron.
Orange County.
I was at the store and these two couples were arguing, the two women, and some lady turns around and goes, "You watch the Kardashians, don't you?" I'm like, "Why would I do that?" And she just turns.
I don't go
around.
to lilac festivals. Why would I
Right.
watch that?
Who's they?
So, yeah, who are they?
Do I look like I like the color lilac? Have I ever been to the Lavender Festival? No,
Hey,
I wouldn't watch that.
You could rip me all you want about my Lavender Festival, but I'm sleeping soundly with my lavender oils between my ears.
Really?
Nice. There you go.
It does that for you?
Marriage is about sacrifices.
It
Right,
is.
exactly. And smelling good. So,
Some
anyways,
more than others.
we do. Oh yeah, John. Oof, you're gonna send him out pretty soon.
do.
Anyways, so one of the things about Netflix putting out a lot of good shows. Some of there are too many to watch, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll list a few that I watched that you know if you guys are. But
Well, kind of going back to John, and I know we talked about that before, but I kind of feel the same way for John without actually watching it. That I think DC the shows that DC has right now are I don't know
They started off good, pretty decent, and then they just went
Lost some steam?
They lost a lot of steam.
and I know DC's kind of ahead of the curve as far as if we're comparing DC
Sure.
versus Marvel or whatever they
TV wise, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, TV wise, yeah, but still, I think it's really the continuity and the whole TV universe versus the movie universe and all that stuff.
So I'm okay to
it
finish
gets kinda
Flash
confusing.
4. I'm just finishing the 4th season of Flash. I'm going to wrap up because there's other stuff coming up too. And it's all kind of reciprocal and or cycle, whatever.
Which part are you on? Do they already have the plastic dude?
Yeah, he's on there. You know what? I thought about him too.
So dumb.
I really, he's almost like a Jim Carrey character.
He's
the
too
same
dumb.
attitude.
It's just too dumb.
Plastic guy.
Plastic Man.
From out of the pages of DC Comics comes the world's newest and greatest superhero, Plastic Man. He can spring, he can stretch, he can fly, he can bounce, he can change his shape.
That's kind of like
No waste.
It's like
It's a
Stretch
waste.
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But he's very Jim Carrey-like in a lot of ways too. So a show that
But
I
not
had.
funny.
Yeah. So Flash is gonna wrap
Jim
that one up. I'll do Netflix because there are some other channels too. But Dark Matter was a show that Ron had talked to me about, and I got into it pretty good. There's a few pieces we have on that, especially the android on that. Great character, very much like Data on it, but different.
What show?
It's called Dark Matter, and it's got a good mix of comedy and sci-fi. Real interesting show. And good, great characters, ones you can connect with. So I think that's off now. I'm hoping to see it back in the fall, right? Okay, that's on a different channel. Lost in Space, the old TV show they brought back, first season. I thought it was great. I thought they did a really good job with Lost in Space. Again,
Did you guys watch that?
No.
yeah, I did. I just said I did. And they really did a good job with the family being broken and kind of like a family that really needs to get put back together. I thought they did a good job. I'm looking forward to more stuff. And then let's see what else is coming up. Well, okay, you know what? I'm gonna tell you about a show, and I was throwing this out a little bit, and it's kind of fits into our sneakiness a little bit. It's a show called Somebody Feed Phil.
I am Phil. Phil. Beautiful lady. Phil. Food is the great connector, isn't it? Like Oprah. You get a shrimp, and you get a shrimp.
My wife and I found this because, trying to find a show we all like. But I'm going to tell you about it. The guy's a big nerd. He travels around the world, and he's a foodie. A lot of fun, but the way he interacts with people, it makes you want to go and travel. Which, by the way, shouldn't we all do that, right?
Is it a reality show or is it a
reality
scripted
show?
Okay.
It's just a fun show. Phil Rosenthal. He was the hello.
You know where Aaron would go?
I travel to Lowe's.
He'd go to Lowe's
with his cinder blocks. That's
and
right.
get some cinder blocks.
Anyways, if you can eat them, he'll do that. But the thing about that show is a lot of fun because he interacts with people. He goes to different cultures, and it's just a very
What
fun.
does this have to do with like Marvel and DC?
I just told you, a nerd. He's a nerd. Nerd. It ties in.
No, I don't agree with that.
All right, then Stranger Things is coming back.
Yes.
Season 3. Okay, now they're happy.
That makes
Till
sense.
I bring in that food, then you'll be like, yes. Stranger Things. You guys have both seen both seasons, right?
Previously
Yes.
on Stranger
I wonder
Things.
where they're gonna go.
Where do you think they're gonna go?
I
They're
don't
gonna go
know.
in space.
They're gonna go to space.
Yeah, they're going to space.
They're
What?
going underneath.
You're joking.
Yes, I'm joking.
Okay, just checking. There's a lot more. Hey, that thing is still in the ground, right?
They're gonna go find the Meg.
Yeah, I think it's coming out in October, but we
No, the
haven't-
Meg already came out.
No previews.
We haven't. No. I'm talking about Stranger Things.
We're TV.
No one's
TV.
talking about
You're
the
going to
Meg.
movies.
I
TV.
saw the
Oh, I
Is
saw
it
the
good?
Meg.
I'll check it out.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it was garbage.
Oh, showed
But it was better
on
than it was better
11.
garbage than I thought it
Hey,
was.
so Stranger Things, I think it comes out in October.
Season
I'm not
3.
I'm not 100%
They-
sure, but
They've been coming October. That's when they're usually
yeah,
out.
I don't think so because we haven't got a trailer yet.
You will.
And yeah, but it's already
September. Yeah.
I regret
but,
that I-
But usually they put the trailers out at least a couple months in advance, right?
You know the good thing. The good thing was we were able to binge watch it. The bad thing, we were able to binge watch it because we burned through that season 2 in like one weekend, and it had nothing to look forward to. I'm like, that was such a good show. It's good.
Yeah, I did that with the first season of Daredevil.
Yeah, me
I
too.
did-
I
I-
just sat there and watched it the
It,
whole
it
weekend.
was within 2 or 3 days.
I was done by Sunday.
Yeah.
I found it on Friday. I'm like, what is this? Let me just try it. And then I was like, whoa.
Well, no, we were texting each other, right? 'Cause,
Yes.
Like as soon as it dropped, anything with
We were like two
with the
crackheads.
Marvel shows. As soon as it drops on
Superhero
Netflix, I'm
crackheads.
texting John.
Yeah, 'cause-
I said John.
Oh, I
at
saw that.
at
Ron, we
midnight,
were on
it's
that thread. We were
And I
on
was
that
like,
thread.
Well, you did
That's
that to me
when
with
the-
Luke Cage too. I'm like, when does it come out? You're like, oh, it comes out at midnight tonight. Oh, I gotta get on. Blah, blah, blah. And I watched Luke Cage probably in about 5 days, I think.
Yeah.
So that might be it between you guys. We're not watching.
Usually Ron drops out of those text threads pretty quickly.
he texts me and says, "Hey, it's Rude." Oh, I'm done.
Who's texting me at midnight? Oh, I'm out
Bye.
of here.
See ya. Something suddenly came up, right, Marcia?
That's right.
Was that Marcia or Jan that said that?
Marsha.
So, I think it was Mar. Yeah, sorry, something
I
suddenly
love
came up.
the Machete one. He's like, Marsha.
Okay, so now Let me. Okay, I think this is on.
I think there's we have the trailer for Iron Fist that comes out. at the end
Another
of the
one? They're
year.
having another one coming out?
Yeah,
Yeah, he actually looks like
Fist
Iron
Did they
Fist,
burn you
though.
out on that or no?
Oh, well, I would just, I gotta say,
You enjoyed that show though, right?
I did not enjoy Iron Fist. It was though I watched
It's
This
the weakest.
new one
It's the
looks
weakest of
better
them.
than
The Iron Fist is weakest. That's an oxymoron.
because like he actually has the
Yeah, it
costume
is.
or like a version of it.
Okay, so he's actually turning into
The Iron.
the immortal Iron
Yeah.
Fist now.
Yeah, they're taking
heard Luke Cage is-
Kinda.
they're taking the
Cage is good.
storyline from the Immortal Weapon series, which is interesting because they might bring out. There's kind of like a key way to go into like the Moon Knight character.
I don't know.
Which
So-
would be interesting.
So they might do that.
It's like an Egyptian type of.
Oh, okay.
But
Interesting.
the guy that he was battling at the end of Defenders, no, at the end of the first season of Iron Man,
Iron Fist, yeah.
what is his name? Davos.
Yes.
So Davos ends up getting the immortal power, the power of the serpent.
Oh.
So now
Because they were best buddies, and Davos was
Davos is
really
the one
jealous.
that he was the one that said I should have been.
Yes, because
I
you
should have
didn't
been
even
the
care
Iron
about
Fist.
it.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
So now,
You haven't seen it?
No.
Well, go watch it.
No, I'm telling them. I
Tell you
don't
the
care.
whole show
Oh, okay.
right now.
Spoiler alert! You should have already watched Iron
Right.
Fist. It's been out for like
Yeah,
a
you should have
year
seen it.
and a
Remember, I
half.
only watched the
These guys got
Housewives.
into
you should read the comic
the
book.
four,
We'll
right? The
together.
Defenders. You guys got all into that one too. So.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And then he was telling me about on Luke Cage.
And where are
We
my
were talking
pieces,
about,
people? Where are my blog
what's her
pieces?
name?
Come on, you're slacking.
What's her name?
The chick?
The cop.
Oh, with the metal arm.
Yes, and he was like, "Wow, is she gonna lose her arm?" I'm like, "Win,
Oh,
win!"
yeah.
And
I
then
go-
at the end, gone. I'm like, "Oh, she gonna get her metal arm?" And
I
she
completely
did.
freaked out when she lost her arm, and I'm texting John. I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna get her metal arm!"
I'm like,
right
"She
now."
gets a metal arm? That's cool."
Okay, Spider-Man, you get a Miller. And of course, you may or may not have heard of this, but we also have a blog, and I'm giving these guys out like, okay, where are your pieces at? You guys are getting all,
Dude,
you're enjoying all these things. Where are they? I
many-
hear it, but I don't see. Come on, chop chop.
I've thrown pieces out
Getting you
there.
right now. He got you.
I've thrown pieces
Get
out.
where's your work, peoples?
You do not talk to me like that, Gary.
Don't throw that back at me.
You know we talked about around
Oh,
the
I should have
table.
done the Russian one. You listen, comrade. You shall not have to invade your country.
I must break you. We will take Crimea. We used to own that.
I
It
can't do
starts
any
again.
accent. What's a good accent?
Do
No,
the
yeah, it's
do the
gonna
wait
be-
do
It's gonna be Young Frankenstein. You're gonna cue the lightning and the horse.
Bruca.
Valvruca.
Actually, you could do what I could do. Jim Carrey says, "Oh, you're from Austria." What do you say? What do you say?
Good eye, Mike.
Good eye, Mike.
Good eye, Mike.
Welcome.
Good
Throw
job.
another shrimp on the bobby.
Gotta knock your teeth out though.
You go over the bridge.
Now on Amazon, a couple things out there. Well, actually, just one show
Does
I'm
anybody
watching.
here have Amazon?
I do.
I do.
Okay.
watch
The
stuff on Amazon?
Expanse.
The Expanse is good.
Good show.
The original like Amazon content, not so much. There was
Amazon
actually-
Prime.
Wait, no, that was a Netflix show. There was a Netflix movie that what's his name? The guy,
Yeah, that one dude. I remember.
Exactly.
the ex-con
Famous
from
actor.
Ant-Man.
Oh yeah. Oh, which one?
The guy that did Luis.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Pena.
Michael Pena. So Michael Pena
Yeah.
did.
Let me tell
did
the story.
Did a Netflix
Here's how it works.
movie.
I'm trying to do Michael Pena.
What was it called?
Extinction.
My sister said this, and her brother said this, and my cousin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's
awesome.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up the movie, but it's kind of a crazy premise. It's not a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're going off topic here, but it's
Made for television movie.
it starts off
Life
as like
original.
a humans versus aliens thing, but then in the middle of the movie, your whole idea of what the movie is just kind of flips
Ooh,
around.
I like movies like that. That's awesome.
It just flips around, and I kid you not, I'm watching the movie.
What's it called?
And
Extinction or something like that.
I think these dreams are the future. What if something bad is coming? You see that? You kidding? Of course I can.
What is that?
I'll make money.
But yeah, I even looked at the reviews and it didn't really get that great of reviews. But
That doesn't mean it's not.
See, be your own critic. Be your own critic.
All these weird movies don't get critically acclaimed.
Did you see that? What was that Will Smith movie that he did where he was a cop, but the fantasy creature?
Oh yeah, Bright.
Oh, that was a little.
Right.
Was that good or bad?
It was pretty.
My friends thought it, and they're into fantasy. They thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
For what it was.
It's not family friendly. It's
there was like
it's a HBO one.
The orcs. Yeah, the orcs were tapping into
Some
racism.
language and stuff.
There was like fairies and like
fairies were not.
elves,
They're like
horse
irritating.
people and
So if there was real,
I never watched it.
Extinction is the movie. So I highly recommend the movie Extinction.
Okay.
I kid you not. It was like a very loud, whoa, what just happened in the middle of the movie.
That's awesome.
So
Those are the best.
You guys
Good twists.
You guys check out.
Okay.
It's not an M. Night Shyamalan twist, but it's
what was that?
It's a twist.
The twist.
Twist.
Let me go back to Expanse real quick. That sounds good. I'll check it out.
Stop touching
Hey, I'm not
me.
blowing you. What was that? You got two sides now. Anyways, The Expanse. The Expanse. John, there's good. My John.
I've seen your John.
My John said. You have a John too? My son John said.
I love that movie.
It's where I
Dear
go
John.
poo poo.
Nice. No, mine's a good boy. He's a good boy, John.
I'm the good boy. You're the good boy, John. Yeah, you are.
My John, who just got married. Anyways, he said this great show. I'd love it. It's sci-fi. It's how our space travel would have kind of gone. So it's not like warp drive kind of stuff. But they're colonizing. They colonized the moon, then Mars, and then Sirius, which is and there's all these race wars going on. It's really interesting. Very interesting show.
I've watched 1 or 2 episodes of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and they get into genetic manipulation. A big one too, changing the course of human history, kind of like too. But
sounds like Chronolosity.
Hey, there you go. Exactly. Not
You
a
guys
movie
know
yet.
what Chronolosity is?
Also coming out in October is Amazon's Man in the High Castle.
Oh,
What's that?
yeah, that's what. Oh, yeah. Tell them about that. That's a
Yeah,
good,
Man in the
interesting
High
show.
Castle. It's
yeah.
it's kind of like an alternate universe. It's based on the book of the same name.
Okay.
And
That's great.
it's a what if story of what if Hitler had won.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of it's like a different world. Yeah, it's
Was it right after time period or is it now?
Didn't that happen
I believe
with the
it
last
takes place in
election?
the 60s.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So
Is it really?
a majority of the world,
Just hard to remember.
Didn't that just happen with the last election?
here we go.
Oh gosh.
So majority of the United States and
for
around
another day.
So you have like the world axis kind of split.
Nice.
Split amongst the world. Like I think Japan and Germany split the United States. So there's a Japan side and a Germany side. And it
Do you
kind of
really think Hitler would allow that? No way.
well.
What would you say?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think
Wait,
I would.
so you-
I
so
don't
kinda
think
like-
you're
wait,
part
so
of the
is it kind
master
of like-
race,
but-
little Japanese person.
But it's interesting because there's conflict within the Japanese.
Well,
and
yeah.
the
Is
Germans
there like
as well.
a-
Two different empires.
Hey, but
Like
what
the
happened?
Berlin Wall
Wait. What happened to the Italians?
Huh?
Yeah,
we
what
win
about
too?
Mussolini?
Oh,
Yeah.
They get chili.
Oh, cool.
What is it like?
That's all we
Berlin-
wanted.
Is it like the Berlin Wall where they
Towns
have
took
like
a ride,
Russia and then
just
the?
They do have the divider. There is a gray area. There's like a neutral zone, and that's
Ooh, little Star Trek
that's
in
where a
there.
lot of
That's interesting.
That's where a lot of the Americans kind of they kind of
That's
that's
Kansas?
like their safe
Kansas,
haven.
yes.
Midwest.
I'm here because I want to do the right thing.
Take this. What is this? A way out.
It's a great book. I read the book years and years ago, but the show they've done a really good job with the show, and I think season 3, I think it's 3,
Wow.
is coming in October.
Is there a possibility that there could be a they get it back? America gets back their land or something?
No.
Who knows, huh?
It's not going to happen.
At that point, you're
we already stole it
completely-
once. We can't steal it back.
I guess we'll find
Well, I
out.
guess we'll find out. I'm not telling you. Okay, so now there's only one show, and I got kind of got hooked into this because
Why are you looking like a little kid?
I'm kind of like because
It's
I'm
like, oh my god, I did something wrong. I shouldn't have watched this show.
no.
What
okay,
show was it,
Well, now
Gary?
that we have now that CBS has their all access, right? We got to pay for it now. My son and I are watching Star Trek Discovery, so you have to pay to get this one.
Which one?
Are you paying it?
Discovery.
Well, we're
which
kind of a
son?
family. My son Ryan is.
Oh,
one's a Star Trek fan, one's a
you
Star
got a
Wars fan.
family account.
Yes.
Ah.
And so Star Trek Discovery, Great show, really,
I heard
really
they had
well
good
done.
props and makeup and
oh,
stuff.
amazing! And the thing is, and they've really done justice to the Star Trek universe, and they actually ended the first season with finding the Enterprise, which is interesting.
Captain Christopher Pike requests permission to come aboard.
Well, Commander, this is awkward, but the best way to get into a cold stream is to jump right in. I'm here to take command of the Discovery under Regulation 19, Section C.
And it's a whole kind of retake on, because it takes place 10 years for Kirk, and but you discover characters and things
Which
going on.
we learned in our podcast that we did.
Oh, yes, you
Our
did.
longest podcast ever.
Yeah, that was a great podcast.
Oh, I'm glad you liked that.
That was a great episode.
Well, we should
Star
do,
Trek
if,
one?
you know...
The Star Trek one, yeah.
Well, if you guys ever have a series that you like, go for it, man. You can go knock yourself out. Ron,
Hey, you guys could go on Spotify and find that episode and listen to it.
That was called...
Or Podbean,
I
which
think it
you
was
can
called
download for free through the iTunes.
Is that one going to be on our
store.
That's not a recording.
Is that one
that's
going to be on our YouTube channel?
I hope
We
so.
could.
Who's watching us right now?
And you know, too, Aaron, one of the things we can go back, you can go back and start from, we do it, by the way, on Spotify, I think you can go back to as far as episode 15, but you can find all episodes on Podbean. So we do have an episode number 1. We had to start somewhere. I don't remember when that was. Oh, it's about why we started it all.
Yes,
place, yeah.
it was.
Little, you could have done your little Wayne's World turn back there, but you didn't. But that's right. Exactly. There it is. There it is. But yeah, some really great shows, and I know this is shooting way ahead, but I know that 2 other shows I'm looking forward to. I don't know when they're coming, but
What?
I know that the guys who did the Game of Thrones are taking on Star Wars at some point. They're doing a series.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So
Those guys did a really good job with Game of Thrones.
Well, tell them what time period that is. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, there's no confirmation of what that new Star Wars series is going to be, but I believe they're going to do Knights of the Old Republic. So they're going to go back to the Old Republic.
Wow.
So the 2 head writers of the Game of Thrones are writing it up. We talked about this. Jon Favreau is producing and directing.
Oh, is that the same?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So he was in the Solo movie.
Oh yeah, he was the little creature.
So now, and he's been doing Marvel/DC movies.
Right.
So he's all connected into
And
that.
he was in Swingers.
Yes.
And he was also happy on Iron Man.
You are so money.
And I talked about that movie Chef that he did.
Yes.
Yes.
Great movie.
Jon
you guys should
Favreau
watch
is a
it.
cool guy.
And so yeah, he's heading that series.
He did all the Iron Mans.
There hasn't been any confirmation of what he's going to do, but I think
there's a difference.
I think majority of Star Wars fans hope that it's going to be the Old Republic, and
the other one is the Mandalores,
and it's going to be
right
done really well.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, the Old Republic, you get the original Civil War. And then you also get the Mandalorian War. There's a lot of storylines that it can get into.
Go a long
That would
direction.
be and I know that.
I think it's only 10 episodes to start.
Ron talked about that, maybe eventually doing like a Mandalorian.
Though,
podcast.
Yeah, and then also with Star Wars, they're starting up the Clone Wars series.
Yep, it's coming back. Actually,
Clone Wars is coming back.
Here, I was listening to one of our friends, Rebel Force Radio. If you guys don't know that, that's a great site. They were really good. They were talking about that. What it is they actually had that season put aside, and when Disney had bought Marvel, they stopped the Clone Wars. So this is actually what they were going to continue doing. So now they're bringing it back because Disney's starting their own movie service, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a pull.
It was a really good series.
And the animation's even better in this one now.
Yeah, you know what? The animation itself, it took me a while to kind of warm up to it because it's very blocky.
Yeah.
It's not really my style.
But it's gotten better.
But
I think that's why people liked it, though. It was kind of different.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's just when I started watching that, I thought it was more like campy and trying to appeal to the kids, which I get.
Yeah.
You know, it was airing on Nickelodeon or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Nickelodeon.
I thought it was Cartoon Network.
Oh. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So you know what? It kind of reminded me of Samurai Jack.
Yes.
Yeah. Kind of that very blocky
it had
jawline.
It had a lot of very deep and mature stuff in it, though.
Oh, they did. Yeah. There was not always.
Oh yeah, there was no short of people getting their heads chopped off
or this happening.
And you had some dancing girls, all kinds of stuff.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah. And then
and that's where you get the love story of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I always
that
hope,
was interesting.
I always hope that they do that in an
Darth
Obi-Wan
Maul
movie,
too.
but I don't think we're getting an Obi-Wan movie.
No, it is there.
Don't say that.
It is coming, but here's that's a whole other thing. That's another podcast.
Please, Vincini.
Yeah, everybody's all like, "Oh yeah,
don't say that."
That
Please,
guy Boba
Vincini.
Fett that had 2 lines in Empire Strikes Back.
I'm just gonna find myself a new giant.
Inconceivable.
This is inconceivable.
Anybody want a peanut?
You keep using this word. I don't think this word means what you think.
And we will do a podcast. Yes, John, we will do a podcast on The Princess Bride.
When?
Whenever you want. We can do it
Right
next
now. Go.
If you stay, we'll do one. I don't care.
Go,
we are going to do some flashback because there's some great. Yes, we're going to do some great old shows. You know what, too? Now we got Aaron here. It's like we've got a part of internship. We've got
to school him.
We got to school him on. Well, that's what this is. Geekology 101.
Yes.
The study of
the nerd
and geek
in there.
Natural
habitat.
And so the thing about it, maybe we should.
That was good.
That was really good.
That was good.
Nice, good.
Oh,
we got a thumbs up on that one.
Episode 14 is the Star Trek episode.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Okay, if you want to get schooled on Star Trek. Okay, hey, so
Gary
you know what?
knows everything about Star Trek. I knew absolutely nothing.
So Aaron,
61 minutes.
Your homework
Yes, it's the
assignment
longest one
is to
ever.
listen to episode 14. Learn all you can about Star Trek. There'll be a quiz later.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know I had to take tests on
Yes,
this.
you do. It's part of being an intern, dude.
Oh, don't worry. It's
I thought I was just doing your social media.
You're working on your master's degree right now.
Little did you know.
As a junior?
Yes.
Masters in Ecology. Hey, you know what? Someone's got to do it first. Someone's got to be the first one.
Hey, no, okay. This is my realm of expertise is within the Star Wars universe, the Hobbit universe, the Lord of
those
the
are good
Rings,
ones.
the Hobbit, and Harry Potter. Those are my.
We must expand.
So him,
we must
me, and him.
You must expand your
if you do
horizons.
those, I'll totally give you some. I know some in-depth information.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Okay, call him on it. We'll do it.
Okay.
We'll do Lord of the
Hobbit.
Rings one. I love it.
Hobbit, Lord of the Rings.
Anyways, what are we doing? Are you doing the Jedi thing on him? What are you doing?
Ron almost did the
you're holding
classic man of the chair and flipped.
And you broke my
That was so funny.
That chair is going till it falls
I'm
apart.
the man on the floor.
I
I can't
see
get
Ron's
up.
legs just up in the air.
It's just it is fall.
Is our show over?
And
Dun, 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 dun.
we didn't
Bam.
even get Ron's life alert yet. So how are we gonna?
Hey, I just got a
I'm falling and I can't get up. Podcast.
It's like that meme. Where would I be without life alert? On the floor.
On the floor.
Hey, so
Exactly.
I just got my AARP card.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're gonna get you.
We're gonna watch history go by here. I know mine's coming too. Anyways, you're gonna say, don't you already have your 10th one? Oh, we're gonna wrap. Oh, we're getting the rolling. I got one more.
That's
Uno
so
mas.
good.
Okay, hold on. You love okay. The other show coming. Oh, I don't know when or I don't know when. I don't know where. Don't start saying. But we do know that Aaron, that the Silmarillion's coming or something like that. That's
Yes.
a big series that I thought the Game of Thrones guys are doing this one too.
I would hope they would do that. That might be good if they.
That's
did.
amazing stuff. This is all how the world started in Lord of the Rings and all that history. Because the Hobbit
a
took
book,
place.
though, right?
It
That's
took
already
place in
on
the
the
third. They took place in the third and the fourth age. So these are the first 2 ages,
Mm-hmm.
and they're big, and lots of stuff happens. And
I know a
they're-
lot of stuff about the dwarves because I was really into that. Like I know the history
Yeah.
about them. So
Do you?
I do.
So what about
Good.
dwarves? What do you know about?
Well, what do you want to know?
Oh,
Everything. How did they start? Where did they come from?
Well, they were already a faction.
I know, but how did they start?
one of
What do you
the.
mean how they started. It was just a genetic
they were
group of
made.
people. They were already small.
They were made
but they
away.
were strong.
Do their women have beards or no?
No.
Yes, they do. You're wrong. So you don't know dwarves. The women have beards, and the bigger the beard, the more attractive they are.
Not all of them.
Yes, all of them.
No, not all of them.
Yes.
No.
Well, not when they're little pups. No.
And as the gentlemen argue, the Death Star draws closer.
We'll talk after.
So we must
Okay.
leave the planet quick because they found out where we were. Exactly.
Another one.
Look at the whales. I see the whales.
Another one real quick is the Teen
Oh.
Titans live action.
Oh yeah,
that?
I thought we might do a piece on
no.
that one at some point, but
It's
yeah,
gotta
the
be
movie's
a
good.
cartoon.
Not Teen Titans.
Lord, please
not
don't
Teen
make that a
Titans
thing.
Go.
Not Teen Titans Go.
A new show.
There's a live action Teen Titan.
Everything led me here. To you. You're the boy from the circus. You got no place to hide.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the cartoon.
Oh,
movie.
that's
I was like,
awesome.
You didn't like the movie,
Man's
huh?
daughter in it.
No. Do you like the television?
No, it's
show?
different.
I
But
like
this
the anime.
Robin,
That's what I meant.
Cyborg,
Yeah, it's
they're all
a
these
lot.
That was good,
teenagers.
but the new one that they made.
The
is-
girl
The
with the
movie
great
was not
legs.
good? The
I
animated
forgot
movie
she was.
wasn't good?
She's
the
the
new one
Phantom
that
one.
they just made.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Really? Why?
Well, I haven't seen it, but I just don't want to watch it.
Oh, here we go.
No,
Okay.
I've seen the TV show. Though.
I'm going to turn
Okay,
into Shazam,
the TV
teleport into
Listen,
a Lowe's, and
listen, hey,
steal cinder
that's a
blocks and
different
break them.
I guess they don't care.
All right, here we go.
I watched the cartoon. Not good.
Let's
The
wrap it
cartoon,
up.
you don't like the cartoon?
No, it's too childish. It's
I
too,
like it.
it's-
I think it's funny.
Why are you
All
watching
right.
that?
Because my son watches it.
How old's your son?
He's like 22.
And as the nerds fade off into the west,
He's 8.
I'm still Gary.
Still Rudy.
And you know the Tiny
And they're still
John.
arguing.
I'm still Aaron. Still John.
And now class dismissed. You boys take out in the hall, and we'll see you later.
Hey, aren't you supposed to stop us fighting?
Well, I have my big stick. I would.
I am Frau Blucher.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
Austria.
Austria? Well then, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Fuzzy, are there rocks ahead?
If they are, we all be dead.
No more rhymes now, I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut?
Hey, thanks for joining a class at Necology 101. You can always find us on Podbean, which you can download for free through the iTunes, Android, and Google stores. Or we're now on Spotify. And guess what? We're also on YouTube. Be sure to hit subscribe to stay up to date on all our new episodes.
If you want to learn about God Among Geeks and what we do here, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also check us out on our blog at GodAmongGeeks316.com.
And please feel free to email us at 4bearproductions@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts because we are the Knights who say, Nick!